All right, everybody, welcome out to a late episode of the Pirates Cove podcast. This is still episode 102. I told you guys that we were going to try to get Coach Elizondo. I knew he was busy, but it's over 10. It's about 10:15, 10:20. He's still on the field here at Rockport, taking care of business for tomorrow's big playoff game, game one of the best 2 out of 3 against Robstown. Game one will be tomorrow here in Rockport, 7 p.m. Please come out. All Pirate fans, come out. Green and gold, get loud, get here early. It's going to be a great game as Rockport plays game one of the area round. So here it is, Coach Judy Elizondo. Coach, how you doing? Late night, still out there working?
Yes, sir. We had a little bit of water on the field, and we wanted to make sure after practice today that it was going to be ready to roll tomorrow. So we got all the water off the field, and we're just hoping it doesn't rain anymore, and we'll have a packed house tomorrow.
Well, Coach, I'm going to make this really quick because I know you still got to get home. You probably got to eat some dinner, and then you got a big day tomorrow. So I just wanted to bring you in, ask you a few questions. I want to talk a little bit about the series versus Devine. First of all, congratulations. I hadn't seen you or talked to you since that. Congratulations on the win. Coach, I got to tell you, very impressed with the offense. Game one, 14 runs, right? I mean, it was awesome. I know it's something that we had seen spurts like this throughout the regular season from the offense. But in game one, 14 runs. Devin Phillips hits a homer. You guys jump out 3-0. Now, Devine, to their credit, they kept coming back, but every time they made a run, Rockport came right back. And you got production from the top to the middle of the bottom. Talk a little bit about just game one, first off, and what you saw from your offense.
Yes, sir. We knew that we were going to be able to hit. We had scouted their pitchers, and we knew that we were going to have to make adjustments early because in our district we got some pitchers, and we knew that we can compare them to some certain kids that we had already faced, and we had some scouting reports, good some reports on them, and we ran with it. I told the boys, I said after the first inning, hey, let's roll, let's adjust, move up in the box if you have to, or just sit back and drive the fastball. And we were fortunate enough to put a 3 spot in that first inning with Devin. I mean, he is just he's lights out right now, seeing the ball well, taking it up the middle, and with Jordy getting on base right now, and being the old Jordy that we have, coming back at the right time, peaking at the right time. He's getting on base, and then Jordy's driving him in. I mean, Devin's driving him in. But the most productive, in my opinion, in that first game was the bottom of the lineup. We had Cowan, who had some big hits. We had Gruber that had a couple of hits, and Kyle Novak had a couple of hits. And if those guys can come through and then get back to the top of the lineup, we're going to score some runs. And we actually did that first game, and I was very pleased. I was a little upset about just how sloppy we were defensively, but we cleaned that up this week. Worked a little bit on defense, and I told them we keep swinging the bat like we are. We're going to make a good little run here.
Yeah, I've often said the pitching is there. Obviously, we talked about the pitching, but when this offense gets rolling the way it does, Rockport's going to be hard to beat. Now we go over to game two, right? And game two, 10 runs, and there was some changes you made. Dawson Phillips came up big for you. Talk a little bit about that game two, and then the change that you made that actually paid off big time.
Yeah, we had a late night Friday night coming home the first game, and so we stopped and sitting and ate at the Whataburger pretty late, about 11, 10:30, 11, and we had a team meeting with the captains, and I brought up some scenarios and some situations, and I left it up to them to just kind of decide on what we want to do, and they had some options. They didn't like some of the options that I had, and sometimes when you have a team like this, you leave it in their hands instead of doing everything that I want to do, but we came to an agreement on some things, and I had mentioned bringing Dawson up and putting him in the lineup, and I think it paid off, with Dawson. He's just needs that confidence. He needs to put the ball in play. He's so fast, and coming from the left side is amazing. And he gets on base, and he had two huge at bats that helped out the team, and I sat down with Aiden Smith, and I told him, I said, this isn't the end of your season. We need you. We need you on the bases. We need you to courtesy run for the pitcher. And I'm still going to probably get him in the lineup in this series. And to me, it all comes down to who's hungry. who's the hungrier person, and I know some kids that are hungry and want to get on base, and you know, little competition is never a problem whenever you have two guys battling for position, and right now it's the best time to see who's going to produce. So you know, never know what's going to happen in this series. Might be Dawson, might be Aiden, and we're going to roll with it.
Yeah, and the best thing is you got people that can come in and produce. And you're right. And go back to Jackson Cowan, 3 for 4 in that game one. He was huge. And I remember you telling me that, he gets on base. He sees the ball very well, leads and walks. And when he gets on, and then you got Gibson, you got Elizondo, you got the top of your order coming in. And the way Devin Phillips has been hitting, boy, you can get those runs in there. So definitely a lot of production in series in the by district round with Devine. Offensively, Rockport is on the road. Now we hope that carries on over to now the area round two, where tomorrow it takes place here in Rockport, game one against Robstown. Now, Coach, I got to tell you, and I know you know a little bit about Robstown because I know you coached out there, so you know that team pretty well, and everybody around South Texas knows Robstown, and they're really good at baseball. It's a team that won their district. They beat Cal Allen twice, so this is a team that's coming in that knows how to play, taking on a Rockport team that's hot right now. We want to get your thoughts here on Robstown. What do you think it's going to take from Rockport to win the series and move on?
Yeah, you know, they're rich in tradition. I mentioned it to a couple of people already. You know, I was fortunate enough to find the passion and love for baseball again. When I left Ingleside, I was kind of done. I was kind of done with baseball. You know, I had a bad taste in my mouth, and I didn't know if I wanted to get back into baseball. I thought about going another route, everything. You know, I had a couple of people reach out to me. That was 11 years ago, and I called Coach Vasquez from Robstown, and he said, "Come on." He's like, I know you know baseball. I want you to be my hitting guy." So I went over there for 2 years, and I just was the hitting coach, and I loved it. You know, we had some talent, and the crazy story here is my son was 5 at the time, and their starting shortstop Rocky Serrano was 5 as well. And so they were bat boys for the 2 years that we were there. So they've known each other since they were 5. And, you know, they've competed against each other on the field in the summer and during the junior high years. And now they're both juniors. And it's just great to see them grow up and to play the game that they love. And, you know, we've been fortunate enough to go over there and play them in junior high. We've been fortunate enough to play them non-district games the last 2 years. And so it's carried over where I know the tradition there is strong. But at the same time, we're producing and starting our own tradition here. And, you know, their motto is first you must believe. And my motto here is compete. You know, we're going to compete against whoever we play. And it doesn't matter who's on the mound or who's on the other side of the fence. We're going to play and battle every inning, every out, every swing, and every play. So, you know, we've started our own thing. And you know, we knew we were going to run into that first place team of that district, 31-4A, if we ended up second place. And when you have a fired up team who's already played Robstown in the Sinton tournament and lost 5-3, it leaves a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth where you want to play a whole 7-inning game. You know, we only got to play 4 innings. It was a tournament, so it's time limit. And you know, the confidence is there with my guys, and I contributed that to their hard work and their dedication to becoming a really solid you know, squad here and program, and we're ready to compete against whoever it is.
Well, Coach, you're on the right track. I mean, you are on the right track. You got a lot of talent. We've talked about what's coming up too, but I had Grubert and Cowan, and I had Oakman on earlier. And I asked them, I said, I saw the interview that Channel 3 had, and, I heard what the Robstown players said, and they said, we heard that they want to play us. I said, how true is that? The boys are playing with a lot of confidence. They're having a lot of fun, but they're eager. They're hungry. They're hungry to win. They want to put a name out there. They've done that. And I said to them, listen, you're champions no matter what, but they want to go out there. They want to play. You can hear it in their voices. They're confident. They talked a little bit about from the beginning and the struggles to where they're coming up now. So I think this is going to be a great series. You heard Coach Elizondo here talk about what his thoughts are on the game. Please come on out tomorrow night, game 1 here in Rockport, 7 o'clock. Come out early. Green and gold Pirates. We need everybody out here cheering and supporting Rockport-Fulton Pirate baseball team. Game 2 will be played in Robstown, Steve Castro Field. And then should there be a game 3, it's still to be determined. The coaches will have to meet up and that. But coach, thank you very much. I know it's late. I'm not going to keep you longer. I know you still got to go eat dinner probably, and you got to get some sleep and come back. But I will see you tomorrow, coach. Good luck, man. And I hope we get that game 1 win.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Be careful.
All right.